At last, the Supreme Court decision to be revoked. We all knew that Supreme Court decision on keeping Trump on the ballot was not normal, and now Trump is immune. I mean, what is going on here? Jack Smith just lost it. He discovered what happened and why Trump was allowed on ballot. Does any name like Clarence Thomas ring a bell to you? Well, yeah, he influenced all the decisions, and now those decisions are to be revoked. In this video, we will break it down for you. But first, let's put in some context here. Let's start with the immunity case. The question of whether former President Donald Trump may avoid punishment for suspected influence in the 2020 presidential race has been decided upon by the Supreme Court, according to The Hill's reporting Monday, March 11, 2024. Some see this as a major victory for Trump, while others are skeptical and wonder about the honest and openness of the court's decision-making process. The Trump v. United States lawsuit, which is set to have oral arguments on April 22, has already caused a stir because of the possible impact it may have on the impending November election. It is possible that Trump may avoid trial before the election since Special Prosecutor Jack Smith's case has been suspended awaiting the court's judgment. Even if the Supreme Court decides to hear the case, it doesn't mean the rest of the justices will. A number of justices may have been leaning against affirming the lower court's rejection of immunity, leading some to speculate that just a small number of justices supported granted Sierra. People are wondering why Justice Clarence Thomas is still involved even though he has a spouse who is involved in election-related issues, which might be seen as a conflict of interest. The public has no idea which justices favored hearing the case, since Sierra votes are confidential. This adds another layer of complexity to an already difficult situation. Opponents of this epoch system have long maintained that runs counter to democratic ideals of government oversight and public accountability. The Judiciary Act of 1925 established the practice of secret Sierra voting and gave the Supreme Court authority over the number of cases if hard secret balloting and the rule of a requirement for Sierra were not however imposed by the legislation or its successor rules. Disclosure of Sierra votes, according to transparency advocates, might increase accountability and provide insight in the court's decision-making process. Those who are against secrecy argue that it makes people more suspicious and less likely to have faith in the justice system. The court seems to often grant review based on a minimum of 4 votes, even if the details behind Sierra votes are not publicly available. Instances when a small group of justices significantly impacted the court's agenda have been uncovered in previous examinations, which has led to questions about the fairness of the process. Many are wondering why Justice Thomas did not step down from his position in Trump v. United States, since his spouse was involved in political activity. His involvement has heightened worries about potential conflicts of interest on the part of the court, and some have speculated that it may have swung the decision in favor of granting Sierra. The decision to ride Trump with the possible lifeline of immunity highlights the larger difficulties the Supreme Court is experiencing and the impact it is having on the country. The court is under increasing pressure to maintain the standards of accountability